Hello, my friend. Burke Hedges here again. Hope you're doing well. Coming to you with another segment sponsored by the Expert Author Method. I am flat out jacked about this specific segment because if you ever wondered what the future of network marketing might be like, well, this segment is for you. So check this out. You know, most of you know that I've been in the industry for a long time, 30 years, and I've had my ups and downs. My goodness, one company I was with for 15 months. I've only been with 3 companies my entire career, right? Most of the time I've been an advocate for the industry. I've been an author. I've written 8 books. Got another one coming out called Betting on a Trillion, which is a shameless plug for that book, but that's what the essence of this segment is all about. But at the end of the day, with this one company in 15 months, I was able to generate a business that over the following 7 years did almost $80 million in business, certainly over 70. And right now I'm retired. I do not directly or indirectly participate with any network marketing company whatsoever. So my only commitment and dedication, my only love and purpose is to help change the way the world sees network marketing, period. I'm joining many of my other colleagues, such as the one and only, right? Eric Worre. I mean, he's just done a bang-up job. My friend Ray Higdon and his lovely wife, Jessica, and so many leaders in the industry that are really locking arms to promote the power and the efficacy of the network marketing industry, as Eric might say, the profession, right? So with that being said, let's get started. 30 years ago, I started in the business. I made $1 million at age 25, cost me $1.2 million to earn it. American Express said, please leave home without it. And as you can only imagine, my back was against the wall, literally. So I was open, I was hungry. I was lucky enough that a stranger walked off the street. I never met him before, introduced me to network marketing, and the rest is history. So what does the future of network marketing look like? Well, the data suggests, based on this little thing called technology. I don't know if you've well, oh my goodness, you're probably watching this on a computer, smartphone, or tablet right now. How about those apples, right? So yeah, you've got technology, which has changed the world. The internet has flat out changed the world. Before, we used to have to go out and connect with the world. Now the world can come to us through this thing called a smartphone, all right, and give us, in essence, the basic, or in essence, the same outcome. So that is a game changer, and we're early. You know, I wrote a book called DreamBiz.com in 1999 where I predicted certain things. I had no clue that we would have something like Facebook, where there's 2 billion people. What a great marketplace where you can cherry pick. It's like picking the green M&Ms out of a bowl of M&Ms to identify the exact prospect candidate that fits your company, your model, your team, right? So everything has changed as a result of technology, right? And then you've got this thing called connectivity. Well, I just mentioned Facebook. Another big reason for the future of network marketing and where it's going, and it's not what you might think, it's better. And but connectivity, right? Whether it's dating apps or I'm telling you right now, if you just look at I went to Vegas with my son in a golf tournament not long ago, last week, and you know, it's just incredible how technology's affected our lifestyle, right? No doubt about it. Text messaging, the school, the educational system, and of course, you know, globalization. The world has become a much smaller place, and all those 3 things has affected the future of network marketing. It's why I tell you with absolute certainty that it looks bright. It looks so bright, you better get your shades on, get your sunglasses, I tell you. And here's what I mean by that. I think by the year 2040, that our industry is going to be at $1 trillion. I'm betting on $1 trillion. Wow. Well, where's it at now? Right now it's at roughly 180 billion. Depends. It's somewhere between 140, like super conservative, right, worldwide, to 180, and that's the numbers. About 100 million people involved in network marketing. 20 countries, literally, they're $1 billion is done through direct selling network marketing. And I'm not here to pitch you on network marketing. You're probably a leader in the industry, for goodness sakes. I'm just telling you where I think it's going to go and why. All right, so 3 reasons why, like I just mentioned. All right, you got technology, connectivity, and of course globalization. So here's my theory behind it all, and I think it's I believe it to be sound and based on certain patterns. Right, I think if the past leaves clues, and I'll give you a perfect example about this. If you can predict the future, then you'll know exactly what you need to be doing. Right. Imagine that, predicting the future. Well, here not long ago, Harley-Davidson they were almost out of business, and an economist learned that, did a little research, and that the average buyer of a Harley-Davidson or the profile of a buyer was a white male, 50 years old. Well, the boomers, the baby boomers, well, it was the largest segment of the population born after the war to 1964. Well, imagine a basketball going through a garden hose. I mean, this huge group of people, and they predicted, the people who are doing the research for Harley-Davidson predicted that, hey, once the leading edge of those boomers reach age 50, man, Harley-Davidson sales of their motorcycle are going to go through the roof. And guess what happened? That's exactly what happened. Stock went through the roof, and the rest is history. So that's what I mean about predicting the future. Right now, we got actually 4 huge groups. You got the boomers. Things didn't quite work out the way they wanted to work out. A lot of people say, man, I thought I'd have a nice nest egg to retire on. Not so much. They're working at Walmart and McDonald's just to make ends meet. And by the way, network marketing is global, so this is not just here in the U.S., right? And so you got the boomers. Then you got the millennials, right? This huge pocket of people that don't want to work as hard as their parents, and more importantly, they're really mission driven, and they're not so jaded, right? Well, we're marketing this and the other. They're not. They haven't been brainwashed. Okay, they will get out of their comfort zone as long as it's purpose driven. They want the free time. They want and they want everything that comes with it, including the income, the passive income. Then you got the Gen Ys and Gen Zs. Well, that's another story. But I'm betting that the millennials and the boomers are the cause for the industry going to be $1 trillion, to almost quadruple in the next 20 years. So we're going into 2019, right? We only got a 20-year period. 20 years, that's it. I mean, my goodness, I'm 55 right now. I'll be 75 in the next 20 years. Certainly it doesn't take 20 years to build a business. I'm just telling you this, it's going to grow by, in my opinion, 4 times. Now, before we go any further, how did I come up with all this? And, it was really, I'm going to thank John Aikman, I believe his name is, and he was with Fishing Square, and he put $1 billion bet that Herbalife, a New York Stock Exchange network marketing company, the stock would go down, and then he may have had a little hidden agenda, and then he went out, publicized, saying it was a pyramid. Wrong, bad move, not so much. He underestimated the very core that lies inside each and every one of us, including you and all your prospects, and that is the light of entrepreneurship, the promise of freedom. And I'm going to tell you something, he lost his ass because he underestimated the entrepreneurial spirit that lives inside of all of us. So I'm taking the other side. I'm betting on $1 trillion, and you should too. So here is why. Here's the theory behind it all. Is in the 1950s, let me give you a little backstory here. In the 1950s, roughly is when network marketing got started. Roughly the Amways, the Avons, the Shackleys. They came out to distribution of the product, wellness products, and what have you. But it was relatively new, right? And of course, it met tremendous amount of resistance. In fact, they met so much resistance that somewhere around 1976 or thereabouts, I may not have the dates right. And by the way, I certainly don't have my my writing stopped. Horrible, right? But they were challenged by the United States government, and Amway came out victorious. So that was Generation 1, Phase 1, 30 years, okay, right before the 1980s. So in 1980s, you had this plethora, this group of companies that came on board, and the NSAs, and the Nikens, and the Newskens, and so on and so forth. A lot of different companies came on board, and they made a run for another 30 years, which is what we call Generation 2. Many companies became part of the New York Stock Exchange, but that by itself validates it all, right? And a new generation of companies was established. Well, my friend, well, now, we're here in 2019. This is certainly not to scale, so forgive me, right? But we're here now, approaching 2019. We're approximately, let's say, 180 billion, thereabouts. I think that because of the supply and demand, little simple supply and demand, right? Which means the demand for a better quality of life with less stress, less worry over economic problems that you may have, the demand for better quality of life is incredibly great, okay? It's huge. The supply of jobs, six-figure jobs that will allow people to enjoy a higher quality life without stress and worry over money is very, very low. Voila, this is where network marketing comes in. Because as more people enjoy the benefits of residual income and immediate cash flow through network marketing, keep in mind, here at Network Marketing, well, basically what we do at the end of the day, what we do is we multiply a time and skills capital and leverage a network marketing business asset. Write that down. Without doubt, that's what we do. Excuse me. So we multiply time and skills capital, and we leverage a network marketing business asset. That's in essence what it is, right? And because of the supply and demand, network marketing, as more people enjoy the benefits of network marketing, right? And check this out, if the industry is doing 180 billion times that by 40% commissions, thereabout, might be a little bit more, but let's say it's 40%. Okay, well, that's $70+ billion in commissions around the world. I mean, cash flow, hello. Okay, with the freedom. Okay, so if you're going to double that, can you imagine doubling that? All right, so if 40% of $1 trillion is $400 billion, B for billion dollars, all right, worth of growth, and that's what's to be had year in, year out. Now, I don't know if that doesn't excite you, you got a wet wick, right? It is massive. The growth I think that's going to happen. So I think we're right now about 2010, which is began Generation 3. If you look at this kind of like an S-curve a little bit, okay, as more people become successful, more people accept it, what's going to happen is that it becomes more attractive. And that's the reason, my friend, that I think in the next 20 years, it's going to exponentially grow, because you've got a system, you got a methodology right now where you don't have to go door to door. You never really did have to go door to door, but you can use that thing called a smartphone, and you can start doing your business, promoting products and services that you actually believe in, that you actually use, that people actually want, that's backed up by a company that is actually supporting, right, and is ethical and honest. And not all companies are ethical, not all companies are honest. Believe me, I know that. I had dealings with an unethical company, right? But that doesn't mean all the companies like that. It's like, think about it. Because Bernie Madoff went to prison because he scammed a bunch of people doesn't mean that everybody in the stock market industry is crooked, right? Okay, so hey, listen, we are no different than any other industry. We've got scumbags and lowlifes and people who literally want to profit from the backs of other people and without doing anything. Let's get rid of them. Okay, let's get rid of them. We don't need them. Every industry has people like that. Why would we be any different? I will tell you, but for the majority, we're a rock solid industry that literally equips people with the tools and the mentorship and the mindset and the skill sets and the opportunity for people to develop and create and achieve their dreams. That is an irrefutable fact. So the good far outweighs the bad, for sure. And when you look and when you consider there's, where we're going, and you consider people like myself that, made $1 million, cost me $1.2 million to earn it. There's lots of people out there broke, right? Lots of people looking for a real deal, for a real break. Hey, maybe it's your product, maybe it's your company, okay, that can offer to that one person, that made $1 million and cost him $1.2 million at some cell phone store in Tampa, Florida, that you introduce your business to and change his life, and more importantly, the life of his family forever, or her family. So that's it, my friend. That's it. That is my argument. I think we're going to go into momentum. We had the foundation stage, which is things are basically it's new. Then we had the concentration. More people came on board. And now that we have a lot of success, and then now we're going to go into this momentum. I think we're still 3 to 5 years away from momentum, but I think it's going to be magical. You want to be in place. You want to be in place. So make sure you get the skills, get the competency so you can have the confidence to really make a difference and help people's dream come true. So that's it, my friend. Thanks for attending this segment. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you find it helpful, feel free to pass it on. All right? People need to know what's happening in network marketing. People need to know that, man, they're at the best place at the best time in their life, and the best is yet to come. This segment is sponsored by the Expert Author Method. If you'd like to know more about it, feel free to go to theexpertauthormethod.com. All right, it is a program that I've developed for leaders in network marketing so they can powerfully build their brand while building their organization at the same time. Hope to meet you soon. Until then, take it easy.